What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Pizza Boy Brewing Company, and they are out of Enola, Pennsylvania, and this is their Frontside Lipslide. Say that like 45 times in a row fast. Anyway, this is what they are calling a double IPA that comes in at 10% alcohol by volume, 100 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Justin, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer haul video I did. It contains all the beers he sent my way. And by sent, I mean he gave them to me in person. It was an entire case. Gave me 2 Pizza Boy beers, this and their barrel-aged Sunny Side Up, and I'm doing this one first because it's a hot 4 beer and it's 6 weeks old, so we're gonna get into it. So anyway, I've had one beer from Pizza Boy, the aforementioned Sunny Side Up, just the regular version. It was delicious, one of the most intense imperial coffee stouts I've ever had, and this sounds quite good. Now, at the top it says massively fruity and juice-tastic, never boozy, always unfiltered, and all Simcoe. So they're using all Simcoe hops in this one, and I love the label. Or it's just it's the Frontside Lipslide move that you will do on a skateboard, and it looks like he duffed it a little bit. So yeah, I enjoy that. Anyway, hopefully this is delicious. I love that they call it double IPA 10%, which, you know, to be fair, is the truth. But a lot of places nowadays would say triple or imperial. But I love that they just say double. Anyway, give it a pour here. So using the Voodoo Tiku, because why not? Yeah, this has the old school kind of double IPA look to it, right? That's awesome. Always unfiltered, but they don't say hazy. They just say always unfiltered. So yeah, this has, like, if you're talking about, to me anyway, like an old school big double IPA approaching triple IPA territory, that looks perfect. It has that like deep orange color. Yes, definitely unfiltered. Has some haze to it, not as hazy and crazy as you get nowadays, but a 2-finger of this really creamy looking head, off white to some degree. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's get a nose. Oh, that's fucking Simcoe punching me right in the face. And I am getting some of the base malt. So, you know, a lot of times when you get older 10% double IPAs, I don't mean older as in this can's old. I'm talking about, like, you know, when, I don't know how old this recipe is. I don't know when they first released this beer, but this tastes to me or smells to me like a beer that was, you know, first brewed in the early to mid 2010s, right? Because I'm getting caramel, a little bit of breadiness, but then a big pine resin. There's a big dank component from the Simcoe, but then there's also a nice fruity component too. Like peach, grapefruit, orange. It's sticky, it's over-ripened. But yeah, this plays the role of like an old school double IPA, right? You're getting the malt, you're getting the hops. There's a big sweetness here, but you also, I can just tell there's gonna be a real firm bitterness to this one at the very least. The Simcoe's providing that dankness that some people would say catty, not me here. But it has like a danker baseousness to it. Yeah, it smells pretty damn solid, honestly. Now, I didn't used to love old school double IPAs that smelled like this, you know, 10 years ago, even, you know, 10 to 12 years ago. But it smells good to my palate right now. Like, I'm enjoying the nose. So anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Justin. This is exactly what I expected. Is that a good thing? Yeah, it's solid. It's damn solid. It's actually, I would say this is a good double IPA. Let's go back for the body and mouthfeel, because I took that sip and I was trying to focus on the taste so much. Body this higher side of medium, lower side of full, so 10%. You can kind of tell it's not super thick and syrupy and whatnot, but I'm fine with the body. Mouthfeel. It's definitely carbonated, has a nice moderate carbonation. It has a smooth finish to it. Not soft and smooth like you're gonna, or soft and creamy like you're gonna get with a lot of hazies nowadays. This has like, again, old school kind of body and mouthfeel to it, and I'm cool with it. So body mouthfeel, solid. The taste, it's not, so in the nose, it smelled more kind of malt driven. I shouldn't say more malt driven. The malt presence in the nose was a little bit more in your face than it is actually in the taste. Right there front, I'm hit with that slight caramel ready. It dies underneath the palate. It's omnipresent, but it's just carrying all the hop character. Front of the tongue. This is straight on grapefruit for me. Grapefruit rind, zest, a little bit of juiciness right in front of the palate. As it passes through, there's peach, there's apricot, touch of mango, stone fruit heavy, overripe and sweeter. Not candied, but sweeter. And then the last maybe third of the palate, there's this nice semi-dry kind of finish. This is moderate to full-on bitter though. There's a big resinous, dank, herbaceous, almost slightly piney kind of finish. More to like the dank side of things than anything. Here's the thing, 10%, I can tell why. Big warm in the chest. On the palate, I'd guess like 8, 8.5, 9, not quite 10. So I think they hide when they say never boozy, yeah, I wouldn't call this boozy on the palate, but I do know it's bigger. There's a huge, like my chest isn't on fire, but it's definitely noticeable. Like, oh, I'm starting to get warm and toasty. It's definitely a little bigger. It's really nice. This is a really good, like if I had this, say 2000, we'll just random year, but let's say I had this in 2015 for the first time. I think I'd be like, first my palate would be like, maybe I don't like that as much, but I'd be also surprised that they hit the alcohol as well as they did. I would be surprised that like the juicy, fruity kind of flavors come to the forefront. Not surprised, but just like, again, I've had this beer so many times before. So into 2022, it's nice because it's just not that, you know, candy, juicy, fruity, sweet, hazy. This has some old school properties, which I appreciate, but I'm not like enamored with it or kind of blown away by it because I've had this beer so many times before. Not from them, but I'm just saying this in the realm of this style. But it's still pretty fucking good. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, because it is, it's good. So I'm gonna lock in a rating here. I think this is a fair rating for what I'm drinking, how I'm enjoying this one. I'm gonna give Frontside Lipslide from Pizza Boy. I'm gonna give that just a very straight, solid 4 out of 5. And I think that's where I'll leave it. It's a good beer. I enjoy it. Could drink the rest of it. And I thank Justin for hooking me up with this one. Price point availability. I did check their website because I was curious what this would go for. They had cans available to go from the brewery. You can order online and whatnot. $16 a 4-pack. $4 for a 10% double IPA. That's a fucking good price point in my opinion. Now, I don't know if they charge a little bit more if they get outside of the brewery. But even like if I saw this for $20 4-pack for a 10% double IPA, like that's fine. But at the brewery, $16 4-pack, that's great. Availability, I have no idea with Pizza Boy. We saw them for a very short period of time, about 5 years ago. Maybe it was like 2017, 18. A couple of their beers showed up, I think Sunny Side Up and something else. But that was it. They were here and like gone with less than 6 months, and I have not seen them since. So I know they're most likely available all over PA, but outside of that, I don't know if they get distro outside the state. So if somebody knows, post in the comment section. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Like I said, huge thanks to Justin for this one. I can't wait to get into the barrel age Sunny Side Up. I feel like that's going to be delicious. And yeah, not much more to say about it. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.